Welcome back to the Hannahcast YouTube channel, and today I'm going to be reacting to the Costume Designers Guild Awards. Now, this is going to be very interesting, although I did sadly see a spoiler, and it made me go, oh, maybe this film is weaker than we thought, but we'll have to see. Basically, they have three categories, which are divided by contemporary film, period film, and fantasy film. And there's a lot of fantasy films contending this year for the Oscars, so we'll have to see how that happens. Contemporary film, there's not really going to be anything really that stands out, although I'm wondering if, I'm pretty sure The Substance will try to compete in contemporary film and not sci-fi fantasy film, because I feel like that's a lot easier for it to pull off, but still. Excellence in contemporary film. Challengers, alright. Conclave, alright, that might win. Emilia Perez, The Fall Guy, and The Substance. Alright, so yeah, this is pretty expected. Again, I know some people are trying to predict Conclave for the Oscar, but it's like, no, the Oscars don't really nominate contemporary films, really. It's very, very rare that they'll do that, like maybe with La La Land, but also that was like a big bombastic musical. But Conclave, I honestly don't think that's happening at the Oscars, alright? Period film. Alright, this is going to be major. The Book of Clarence, wow! Oh, there's some stuff missing. Gladiator 2, Maria, Nosferatu, and Saturday Night. Wow, no Brutalist, no Blitz. The Brutalist has been missing some guilds, really. Like, it didn't make the film editors, like the Eddie Awards, and it didn't make the Costume Designers Guild. So it's like, unless this is like some sleeper nomination thing, it's like, it's not getting a lot of these nominations. It's really not. Also, the fact that Nosferatu is competing under the period category and not fantasy, smart move, but still, really, the only two that I have in my list, or at least that I have in my predictions, are Gladiator 2 and Maria. I'm considering Nosferatu, but yeah. Also, no Joker Folie à Deux. My God, that's like worthy. That's like worthy of a nomination here, and they didn't nominate it. Like, my God, I get it if you don't like Joker too, but it's like the costumes were pretty great in that movie. Like, that's just, man, that movie's dead. Alright, fantasy film. Beetlejuice has gotta be in here. Let's just see. Beetlejuice, yep. People are gonna, wait, Borderlands. Oh, what's missing? What's gonna miss? Dune Part 2, Furiosa, and Wicked. Alright, honestly, nothing is really standing out to me so far. I'm still thinking there is a good chance Furiosa could get in. Honestly, that there is a good chance of that happening. A Complete Unknown didn't get into the period category. No Deadpool and Wolverine in fantasy film. Man, Borderlands actually did get something. But still, like, I think the four of the slots are, like, kind of locked in. I would say Wicked, Dune, Gladiator, Maria. And that last slot, I really think is, okay, now I don't really think the Brutalist is happening anymore, unless it's just having screener issues. But then again, like, I don't know. Like, I don't know what's happening with the Brutalist, because, like, even Felicity Jones is missing some supporting actress lineups. And it's just like, I don't know what's going on with this movie in text. I don't know if I should discount the Brutalist that much, although I will say, the fact that Blitz and Joker didn't get into the period film category, and yet Saturday Night did, like, that's, again, that's bad. Also, I will say, it's good for Saturday Night, because it seems like Saturday Night is getting the attention of guilds. Like, it seems like, you know, the critics and audiences didn't really care for it that much. They liked it, but they didn't love it, and they especially didn't go see it, because the movie flopped at the box office. It seems like this movie's doing, or at least might do, pretty okay with the guilds. Because again, how do you get into period film over movies like Blitz and Joker? That's crazy. So, yeah, I'm still thinking Furiosa could surprise come Oscar nomination morning. It didn't do well at the Critics' Choice Awards at all. But again, the critics were being kind of hypocrites, because the regional critics were loving Furiosa, and then suddenly they're like, poof, like, what's Furiosa? We don't know if that even exists. So, yeah. Anyways. Ooh, but then there's also Nosferatu. Alright, Nosferatu might be that fifth slot. I mean, it does also, like, it does traditionally have what you would see in, like, costume design nominations at the Oscars. But it is, like, that kind of horror remake fantasy thing, but I don't know. If this thing gets into cinematography, Maybe it could get into costume design. Maybe it could get into production design. It would be really cool if Nosferatu was actually able to get a few tech nominations. Because, like, at least judging from the trailers, it looks like one of the most, like, lavish horror films we've seen in a long, long time. Now, I'm going to pass the question off to you. What are your thoughts on the Costume Designers Guild Award nominations? What do you think are getting nominated for the top 5 in Best Costume Design at the Oscars? Man, I'm bad at explaining things. Let me know in the comments below what you think. And be sure you hit that subscriber, because if you don't, Furiosa will become you.